Hi everyone! So, we made it to another video, which is something. And while I'm definitely not nearly as enthused about uploading in general as I could have been at one time, and I'm keeping YouTube in every capacity much farther from my life, and I might just randomly disappear if I'm mildly inconvenienced too much, I feel like. All of that fun stuff. I do enjoy writing, yapping, and editing. So I've kind of just been posting these, checking comments for the first hour or two, and then it's none of my business. Making occasional videos likely on things when I do find them interesting. I question why this is the reality for me. I am so incredibly locked into Girl World. Even with everything that happened to me, which has forced me into being completely blackpilled on watching commentary videos, I love the happenings of Amberlynn Reid and Chantel, Foodie Beauty, Flabby Bobby, Chantel Marie, Chantel Show, Fly By, Foodie Booby, all that stuff that Zachary Michael says. I keep up with this like a early 2000s mom keeping up with Days of Our Lives. So we're going to keep up with it, and we're going to get yapping. All right. I started scripting this on Monday, January 27th, 2025, to which the night before that was one of the craziest nights of Girl World history. So I want to talk about it. It is currently February 1st, 2025. I wanted to let this muster and stir to figure out all the different angles of everything that was going on, and I think it was a really good idea that I did this because a lot has happened. Interestingly enough, I also actually do have a Girl World 2024 Wrapped video coming up. That's going to take a really long time to do, but that will be coming too. Hopefully something else happens where I won't be just talking about Foodie Beauty or Amberlynn Reid, because I don't want to be like a reaction channel. Before we get into everything, links towards the way to support the channel all down below, including Patreon, YouTube memberships, the whole nine. Thank you to my current members and patrons. Names on the screen. Love y'all. 4 parts of the video today. Part 1, TLDR on just Amberlynn Reid and Tommy. Videos chapter if you want to skip. Part 2, oh lordy, it's Jordy and Zachary Michael enter the villa. Part 3, the breakup. And Part 4, Beck returns and reaction. In regards to Beck used to say they would go by she, they pronouns. They currently go by only they, them pronouns. If I, for some reason, forgore and mess it up, I will, in turn, probably, I'll either try to clip it out in editing if I can do it and the sentence still makes sense, or I will just essentially, put a big they on the screen if I catch it in editing. I also want to include that in the Beck section, I'm going to add any additional details that I couldn't get to. Spoiler alert, I yapped for so long, or filmed for so long, that I had to leave abruptly because I had a reservation for dinner that I kind of didn't plan properly around. Regardless, I also want to talk about Foodie Beauty raging about Beck in multiple different times. So that will also be included in this section, because if I'm one thing, I'm a Foodie Beauty girl. I gotta be honest. So I want to talk about that. So that's going to be in here as well. And there might be a decent amount of these little voiceovers if I come up with better details as I am discussing it. But yeah, what else to be expected with a Mika's Rhetoric video at this point. So let's get right into it. Part 1. TLDR on Amberlynn Reid and Tommy. It all started in June of 2024 after Amberlynn Reid came between a married couple comprised of 2 people named Erica and Brittany. Amberlynn, as she always does, as an inability to surpass even a single pattern or stereotype, went on to immediately jump into a new relationship quite literally within less than a week. I have a video on this on the whole hectic situation type deal, which will be tagged in my Girl World playlist, which is down below. Upon Amberlynn getting with Tommy, I just put clear coat on my nails so why my hands look funny, who, unlike to Wifey, was given a fake name, Amberlynn was hiding the identity of this new girlfriend. Suddenly, seemingly out of nowhere, Amberlynn hard launches Tommy via a very cringy TikTok/Instagram post. Things really start heating up when someone by the name of Spanx Beluga on TikTok comments claiming that just a couple of weeks before this, Tommy was in their DMs. The reaction channels were eating this up, and then the farmers of a certain fruit, if you will, if you catch my drift, we're able to figure out who exactly this person is, and not only who exactly this person is, including like the name and everything, but kind of maybe why they were dating Amberlynn Reid in the first place. So they found out that Tommy was actually named Emily, and the reason why I'm able to interchangeably use the names, for those of you who do not know, Emily herself is like, I have no idea why Amberlynn calls me Tommy or where that came from. So it's because she was just trying to find a different name. There's even like, and nobody else mentions this, but I remember, Pepperidge Farm remembers, when Amberlynn was in Wisconsin visiting Emily, there was they did a craft, and they made a thing, and it was like Amber plus Emily. So she wanted to be called Tommy so bad, like if that was like a preferred name situation, I don't feel like that would have been the case. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm stupid, but who knows. So they found a post on this website called Phoebe, which is for feederism. And they found out that there was an ex-fiance of Emily's who is an ex-fiance because she passed away due to what is presumed to be obesity-related cause of death, essentially. Allegedly, this ex died at almost 1,000 pounds. And also what surfaced on the site were pictures of Emily being crushed by the stomach of this individual, as well as posts about feeding this woman Domino's brookies, amongst others. Also, reaction channel Oh Lordy, It's Jordy brought in anecdotes from people who have claimed to have known Emily in real life, including someone whose now ex dated Emily after they broke up. Allegedly, Jordy was able to confirm with different details that this was true, and then the people who fruit farm were also able to figure out what had gone on based on connecting pieces on what they knew. Amberlynn also spent 2 months in Wisconsin, which I had mentioned before, from around October of 2024 to mid-December. In that time, Amberlynn left the door open and her cat Rarity ran away. And Amberlynn raged at everybody, saying that to claim negligence, you are being like a horrible person, and anyone who has ever had a pet get lost, I also have talked about this on video before, is being a hater and is being unreasonable. I mentioned this in the video I made. I got Gus a tag with his phone number, Gus's iPhone 15 Pro Max with with my phone number and his name, and then an air tag also, and he also got microchipped when he got neutered, to my understanding. If not, it was before that, but I think it was when he got neutered. To continue this saga, let's go to Pat 2. Pat 2. Oh Lordy, It's Jordy and Zachary Michael enter the villa. Okay, so this is where things start getting a little wacky right before the breakup. Okay, there's a reason that in my real life, and maybe in video before, I say that French Fried Girl to Chantel is Oh Lordy, It's Jordy to Amberlynn. Because there was a video that Amberlynn sent to Erica, the married lady, which in turn she also allegedly recycled and sent to emotional support feeder Emily, as Zachary Michael would say. In this video, it is essentially Amberlynn eating a cookie and like shimmying up the girls, if we know what I mean. Okay, so nuts in content. Anyway, because Erica's favorite dessert or something was crumble cookie. The video gets leaked. Now it circulates on the farming website and also circulates on Girl World Twitter. Unfortunately, to my own eyes, it ends up in front of the Mika's Rhetoric Twitter account. And I see it also. I actually only saw stills, and then apparently the video had no sound on it or something. Regardless, everything like that I've ever seen is not with my consent. Same thing as Solid Jr., allegedly in Minecraft, also graced my page. Did not go looking for that. I was looking on a tweet for something else, and then it was just posted in the replies. Anyway, when this video got leaked, all of a sudden there was posts circulating from another different feederism-related website. Oh, Gus is making funny noises. Where this account named Walnut alleges that the video is in their possession. Gus is sleep barking now. Epic. Also within this walnut thing, people on the website were claiming that Amberlynn and Emily had been selling content but were scamming people. And one of those pieces of content was the cookie video. A lot of people are like, this isn't really true. There wasn't a lot to verify, and it kind of fizzled out. It kind of kept its relevance because Amberlynn pre-recorded content, so she's like 10 days behind. Because for some reason she can't just like consistently do a job that's very easy. Jordy brought this account up on stream. Like, he talked about the concept of it, talked about the Crumble video coming out and the drama around it. This pissed Amber off, saying that she feels violated and that Jordy's sick for bringing up all this stuff. With the general nonsense around the video's leak, Amberlynn becomes increasingly more visceral to reaction channels. Now, to the point in which she comes into Jordy's chat and leaves these like novels. And I'm going to work really hard to find it. I hope I can find it to where that clip where he bans her from his chat. It was actually very funny. I think I was in the shower playing it like a stream on my speaker or something, and I started like, it was very funny. I was laughing because it was like, bye bitch.
If she talks again, I'm going to block her. Because I'm staying true to my word. I'm staying true to my word. Unblock me on Instagram, Amber. Unblock me on Instagram. Oh my God. Okay, there she is. There she is. You are at the last thing that Amberlynn said on my channel. Everyone write this down. Everyone get notepads out. This will be on the chapter test. Amberlynn's final words in my chat. You are literally dense. Dense was capitalized. And money hungry, so you feed off the drama. Well, Amberlynn, I will say, I think that based on what we have seen on the past year with your influence on the internet, there is only one person being fed, and that's you, hun. Piss off. Mic drop! Oh my God. Okay. All right. She's gone. Amberlynn is hashtag blocked. Blocked. Unblock me on Instagram and I'll think about it. Unblock me on Instagram, I'll think about it. But until then, blocked. B-L-O-C-K-T. Blocked. Yep.
The clip is kind of long, so I'm going to break it with discussing something that I actually forgot about. And you can skim through and skip this if you would like, whatever. I forgot that once Jordy blocked Amberlynn, she started responding to his stream via community tab posts. One of them threatening that she will copyright strike him. This is obviously hilarious and everything. Later down the line, like 10 days later, because behind the content, we went through this already, she claims that this was some sort of BPD tantrum that she was doing. Despite the fact that what I don't understand with this actually is does that mean that it's a BPD tantrum every time you try to DM reaction channels and manipulate them, you DM other people and try to manipulate them? Speaking of which, in the Beck section, we'll get to Quirkyloverose as well. But it's either you're doing BPD tantrums all the time, which means that's not what that is, or you're blaming BPD, which, spoiler, that's definitely what it is. And just being overall a ridiculous and horrifically immature person and using your abusive tendencies on other people, which is incredible. And I love when the people that you're trying to do this to can see right through it and don't let you, and you just have to squirm in this sort of pathetic retaliation that you're doing. So, anywho, let's get into the community tab back and forth. Like I said, this clip will be quite long. I'm going to try to clip out as much kind of dead air space or whatever as I can.
Jordy, she's threatening to copyright claim you on her community tab. You're kidding. Wait, did she put up something? I think people forget that the copyright system is a thing. Well, I mean, if she gives me a bunch of copyright strikes, I mean, she and I both know how that will end. So, yeah, technically she could get me shut down. She could shut my channel down. See, but this is this is the misuse of the copyright system that I have talked about in some of my previous streams. If you don't like what someone is saying to the point where instead of coming back at them with facts and receipts, you just want to silence them, you know that you've lost the conversation. You know that you've lost the argument. If you need to come into someone's chat and say, you're stupid, you're dense, you don't know what you're talking about, you're a liar, I'm going to copyright strike you. So what you're doing, Amber, is you are accusing me of copyright fraud to get my channel taken down because you don't like what I'm saying. It's the same thing that Alicia Doherty did to me. She didn't like what I was saying. She didn't like the way that I was portraying her. So what did she do? Oh, let's accuse him of something that he didn't do. Let's accuse him of breaking a law that he didn't break so that we can silence him. Talk about your videos. I'm not showing anything explicit. I'm not breaking terms of service. Not doing anything wrong. So I'm just saying, Amberlynn, if you want to go down that route of sending me copyright strikes and everything because you don't like what I'm saying, it's not going to end pretty. It's not going to end pretty. Because, yeah, you might get my channel taken down and I might not be able to go live for a period of time and everything, but I will get my channel back. I know I will. I've done it once already. I've gone toe-to-toe with Sun and Sky Entertainment and Alicia Doherty. I will go toe-to-toe with you. If you want to get an attorney and you want to threaten me and you actually want to do something about it, which you won't, it'll never get to that point, but I will. I will. She posted again. Oh my God, this is so dumb. Oh my God. Oh my God. Why is she oh, because I blocked her. I was gonna say, why is she responding to me on community tab? Because I blocked her. I am having a conversation with Amberlynn via community tab posts. I blocked Jordy years ago. He won't stop talking about me. It's weird. Yeah, you blocked me a year and a half ago, and then you unblocked me. And Amberlynn, any type of correspondence we've ever had, personally, one-on-one, it's been you contacting me. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. You were the one that messaged me. You were the one that sent me voice memos. You were the one that paid for my information with Alexis. Oh, Alexis is the one that paid for the information. You were in on it. As far as I'm concerned, you paid for it. You bought information about me. You know my address. Oh, hell. Sorry, my microphone fell. Getting a little bit too animated here. You bought my address. You bought my phone number. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Who knows what else you have on me in terms of, stuff. So Jordy telling me what to do on my live is comical. You sit in your mom's basement, play WoW, and your skin has never seen sun a day in its life. Okay. So again, this kind of goes with the whole thing of if you need to shut someone down, if you need to say things like this, then you know that you've lost the argument.
This visceral nature extends beyond, oh lordy, it's Jordy, to Zachary Michael also, who I would say, and most people say, was by far the most charitable channel to ever discuss Amberlynn ever. And I would extend that beyond more charitable than me. Because I'm sort of in the Mr. Snowflake realm of the vibes on Amberlynn, where I'm like, this is a horrible, disgusting abuser. Like, that's where I'm at personally. So I have trouble lending a lot of kindness. In the Q&A video, the last one, Amberlynn did 4 parts. This was to allow her to pre-record more because she can't, as mentioned earlier, they can't do the job in like a regular interval kind of situation. Answers questions about reaction channels. Essentially what happened was she was claiming hypocrisy. Hypocrisy are you? Is that what the law said? Something like that. Because reaction channel, Alex is Shook, took a month-long break. Pardon me for being Amberlynn and texting while filming. In this, I'm losing my train of thought all the time, which I love. So, what happened is Alex is Shook took a month off. Okay, which I'm sad that happened because he said it was like a lot of difficult things with his life and he got sick and stuff like that and he came back. It was good. I did get to discover pulpy syntax, which was kind of based. So now I got my little Australian friend in my ears when I'm doing my little job. But she's saying hypocrisy are you or whatever you are. Hypocrisy you are. and says, well, yeah, they do this all the time. And then when I take essentially all of November off, I'm the one who's lazy. And then comments on Zachary's mental health being essentially related to whether she uploads or not. Saying he has all these mental health issues, and then the second I upload, he's prancing up back into that uploading into that YouTube studio.
Do you truly believe Zachary Michael needs you to maintain the amount of money he currently is making on YouTube? I love the way that this question is worded, because I don't think Zach needs me in the sense of like to keep his YouTube channel or to keep some views afloat, nothing like that. Like, he doesn't need me in that sense. Like, he could post anything and get some views. I do stand by that. But with the amount of money that he is currently making, he needs me. He needs my videos. Yes, without a doubt, 100%. I do believe that. Like, it's just a really weird coincidence to me that like when I take weeks off, and I've done it a few times recently. Let's hope that doesn't happen anytime soon. But it's just really weird to me that when I take weeks off, all of a sudden, Zachary Michael is going through mental health problems and he can't post and he doesn't know what to post and he doesn't feel motivated. Oh, but the minute Amberlynn Reid posts, there's his reaction. It's just, it doesn't make sense. Actually, yes, it does. He needs me.
So then Zach does the incredibly iconic rant, which I'll obviously insert, but for my sake, I want to hear it for a second. First of all, dumb ass fucking bitch. See, this is why I still do these videos. Okay, I'm gonna play that back one more time. And I'll put the whole clip in, for like with the context and stuff, because everyone needs to see it. But first of all, you dumb ass fucking bitch. I've been so fucking nice to you.
Oh, he can't post. And
First of all, you dumb ass fucking bitch. I have been so fucking nice to you about your mental health problems. I'm sorry. This is where I have been so kind to you. And while you were taking time off for your mental health during the time you were in Wisconsin, I was very fucking supportive of you. I have been going through a breakup. That's not just a coincidence. It is a thing that I've been going through. I have been nothing but kind to your motherfucking ass about your mental health, and you can shut the fuck up about that. Honestly, truly. I have been nothing but kind to you when it comes to your mental health because I understand what it fucking feels like. And you know what? You really want to talk about all of that? I was still streaming consistently on Twitch, even when your ass wasn't posting. And during that time, I also, more than I have in the past month when you have been posting every day, posted about Chantal, posted about the 1,000 Pound Sisters. I did vlogs while I was traveling in New York City.
The fact is that I did still post, whether you posted or not, so shut the fuck up.
And guess what? All of my bills were fucking paid. I still have a roof over my head. And you want to come for me for my mental health? You want to say that I just conveniently, coincidentally had mental health issues? Yeah, I did. I ended a relationship that was 7 years in the making. I didn't just pack up and move on to the next bitch after I got done with my relationship of 7 years.
All right, let's keep going. Next, I'm looking at my notes because that derailed me because it's funny. With all this nonsense, and after that, with this in mind that this happened, Jordy gets DM'd by Walnut, apparently. Jordy mentions that this happened on stream, but says, I don't really know if it's true. I don't want to look into it that much. I don't think there's really validity in it. Amberlynn gets pissed off that this person DM'd Jordy and Jordy won't comment on it because that person DMing Jordy proves essentially that it's not Emily. But Jordy's like, I can do whatever I want. Because he's right. I swear to God, I've started clipping crazy things that Jordy says. Because, okay, I'm going to mobilize my audience. Because my boyfriend heard this line come out of Jordy's mouth and hasn't stopped talking about it since. And I can't find the stream that it's in. There's at one point where Amberlynn's really boring. I feel like it's somewhere in the Q&A videos. And Jordy's like, yeah, you don't do anything. Learn to juggle. Like tells her to learn to juggle. If anyone can find if you find the clip of Jordy, problem is that you can't tag me on Twitter because I'm private on. Someone get it to me somehow. Email it to me on my content email, or email me the link to the tweet, and I'll look at it because I need to find it. I've been looking for it. Every once in a while, I'll go try to look for it. I can't find it. So Jordy does not talk about Walnut. And Amberlynn gets pissed because she feels that because Jordy brought the story up in the first place, that she's owed the resolution to that story, more or less. This causes Amberlynn Reid to DM Zachary Michael. Now, I will read the DMs. I'm also going to tag Zach's video down below. Zachary Michael has not, to my understanding, ever, if not for a very, very long time, initiated any DMs with Amberlynn Reid. I've had DMs with Zachary Michael, and they're sweet. They're such a sweetheart. I think we've talked about two things. We've talked about the rights of educators in North America and Hello Kitty Island Adventure. By the way, Zach, if you end up watching this, I'm loving Hello Kitty Island Adventure. It is getting increasingly more fun. So, I will read the DMs on my screen, and then you have the screenshots of Zach's video in front of you, obviously. So, it says, so Amberlynn sends the link to Jordy's stream that says Amberlynn kicks off 2025 with Emily. And Amber says, Walnut contacts Jordy in this. Zach replies, 1. What are the things that matter most in your life? Why are you DMing me when you're supposed to not be giving time to reaction channels in 2025? 2. I already have this in a pinned comment on my video. 3. If you wanted people to see it so bad, you could have included it in the video like you took time to include the clips from Libby's channel. Conversation continues by Amberlynn saying, let's go. You're right. Just wanted to show you in case you didn't see it. Talking about this was important to me since it has left me violated, but my videos are way behind. But since then, I've chosen to no longer discuss anything involving this whole situation in my content any longer. This is the lady who claimed to have like 140 IQ and like the gift of a writer or something. Now, I know my little pieces of paper that everyone hates I have, the haters, I've become the new young dumb honey bun. You don't have a degree. But, and I said, maybe it's me being an English, like an ex-English teacher or whatever. Girl, a semicolon could have eaten there somewhere. Or 2 sentences, an M dash. Maybe. But God, reading that, like, the DM, if you could see on screen, obviously, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 lines. No punctuation. Like, and then she continues by saying, proving my innocence and talking about my experience has only frustrated people, unfortunately. Have a good day, Zach. I truly do mean that. And it's interesting because there's a clear desire to leave out detail. Zach says, if I can get it to work, hello. Go talk to a licensed therapist about it. I do truly mean that. I truly do mean that. Hearts emoji. Amberlynn replies, I know you do. I have a consultation scheduled. It's next week. Nervous but hopeful. This and star emoji. Zach replies with, you literally just spent almost an entire video saying you felt verbally abused. Oh my God, I forgot about that. My notes. So when Zach did, I got so derailed by how iconic it was. This video's a mess and everyone's going to hate me, but I got derailed. I promise I have notes. It's just there's so much that's happened. When Zach did the iconic, you dumbass fucking, Amberlynn in a video after that replies it's about 10 days later pretty much, by saying that she feels that Zach verbally abused her because he said bitch. Now, here's the thing, and she pulled the misogyny card. Now, I'm going to say it with my chest for real, because I'm a lady, right? Amberlynn, you dumb ass fucking bitch. I've been nothing but kind to you when it comes to your mental health, okay? Like, Amber, like, this isn't the issue. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's that somebody who has been charitable to you while commenting on your existence, which you could obviously talk about the ethics of that, and that's a whole other side tangent, which I've discussed before as well. You can't say this is the same thing that people were confused about when Amberlynn lied about Casey essaying her, and then DM'd Casey asking for sex tips. You see what I'm saying? There's a very strong cognitive dissonance where it's like clearly you are weaponizing the concept of feeling abused when you're not, it's not connecting somewhere, right? So Zach says, You literally spent almost, and I'll put the clip in where she talks about feeling verbally abused or whatever.
This also just goes to show that no matter what I do, no matter what the reaction channels do, I will always be the villain and I will always be the bad guy. Zach's response to my one thing that I said about him, when he has said thousands and thousands and thousands of things about me that has hurt me, his response was abusive. It was cruel, it was mean, and I have to sit back and like deal with that because of thousands of people agree that that's the way he should have responded to me when I have never responded to any reaction channel in that way. And if I did, people would have attacked me for a lifetime. I'm truly sickened, and like it has made me look at Zach in a completely different way. I constantly flip-flop with him, but I literally am sickened by this. This community has made it okay to attack one person and one person only and to literally silence them. And the minute they say one thing that might be distasteful among the thousands of things the other person has said, it immediately made me the bad guy and him the hero. I was simply stating one thing, while again, he states thousands and thousands and gets away with it constantly. Literally calls me a bitch, literally says fuck you, literally says he's gonna like use these hands or whatever, like insinuating violence, and everyone is okay with it. Like, it's not okay. I know he's gonna rebuttal and he's gonna say, well, you've done this and you've done that and you've done this, and not take accountability for his words. I know that's what's gonna happen. I know that's gonna be his response because he has done this long enough. He knows what his audience wants. I don't really know what else to say about it, but I do want to end this vlog. I'll see you guys in my next one.
You literally just spent almost an entire video saying you were verbally abused by me, and now you're in my DMs trying to defend yourself. It really doesn't make any sense. And I love the exclamation. And see, Zach has punctuation. That's a fellow Masters of Education baddie, okay? I see you, queen. You said I don't make you feel safe on the internet, girl. Yes. Yes, I love the exclamation. And then Amber replies with, I hate to use the word triggered because it's overused, but yes, it triggered me the way you responded. I don't want to say why because it'll just be another sob story of mine, but regardless, that's manipulative. Sorry. And to say I hate to use it's her saying that she's acknowledging that how she wants to position the message will further victimize herself in a context where it's not appropriate. That's why she's hedging so much. Now, hedging, I've discussed before, is just the concept of backpedaling, essentially, in the way that you're trying to form your argument. And she also, and I talk about this all the time, and this has come up very often. This is something that some people have difficulty grasping, I feel like. But people will purposefully be vague and leave things open because the imagination can stretch beyond the reality that presents itself. This is why people overthink. This is why people get really anxious about stuff. There's lots of jokes about like, oh, what in reality nobody secretly hates me and I just made it all up in my head, right? That kind of thing. Amberlynn saying it'll just be another sob story. But regardless, I'm over being upset because my mental health has been horrible lately. It's her saying there is some instance where I've been abused like that, but I'm not going to tell you because of whatever reason. And in the case of Amberlynn, because of how she is, I'm willing to hedge my bets that that reason is that it wasn't actually that bad. Or it was something that happened when she was a child 30 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever. And it's not really directly related or the same context. Because in the context that this happened, which she will not admit, she attacked Zachary Michael first. So it's a retaliation, it's not an attack. But Amberlynn can never be retaliated. She can only be attacked. You understand the context around that? I'm talking to my bestie, my Sony ZV-10, I think is the camera that I use. I'm talking to that bestie. Again, tangent number 3000. I remember that this is the same camera that Young Dumb Honey Bun used to use. Because I remember her selling it on her Instagram stories when she quit YouTube. There is so much secret lore tapped in here that I was going to say I should have used to do teacher's college, but I got like a 3.98 GPA, so clearly I was fine. But like it's something I should have used for something more useful. Like I was gonna say in school somewhere or something. Ugh, the way I phrase things sometimes just gives humble brag, and I don't mean it to. I promise. I'm literally just like, it's just a string of conscience. Cause like I don't care about the clout anymore. I never really did, but now I just really don't give a shit. So now I'm just like, whatever. I don't care. No, let's start back at, because there's no periods. So we're gonna start at regardless. I'm over being upset about it because my mental health has been horrible lately, and if someone would come at me with an attitude of assuming I was exaggerating my mental health when I wasn't, I probably would have responded the same way you did in that moment. So that's her being like, so what the craziest part about that is her saying the thing that I deemed as abusive, I also do. So you're saying you're an abuser. That's crazy. I probably would have responded the same way you did in that moment. Spend less time on Instagram in your DMs and focus on the therapy appointment, and don't DM me expecting a friendly response in the future. I hope you have the day that you deserve. You too. Okay, so that's the end of those DMs. Then another Emily fetish account comes out with pictures of her whole face on that girl. Emily responds via an Instagram post, which I will read. And in that post, admits that Amber knew about this all along. Emily says, I want to stand up for myself and clear a few things up. 1, I've never denied my preferences. Amber was always fully aware of everything from the very beginning of our relationship. People are now using preferences as an excuse to invade what little privacy I have left. It's just a way for them to justify crossing the boundaries and looking into my life far beyond what's appropriate. They want to excuse doxing every small detail they uncover about me. Just because Amberlynn is a public figure, that doesn't mean I am. Being with her isn't an open invitation for people to scrutinize my entire life. There should still be some level of respect. This level of harassment speaks volumes with the people posting it more than the tea about me. Apparently there was also someone on Reddit pretending to be me or pretending to be a relative of mine. That wasn't me. I was at a family birthday party yesterday. I have no idea who that person was or their intentions were other than to stir the pot. 3, I'm not a secret, elusive, terrible person that people are trying to make me out to be. Honesty and integrity are important to me. All this has been too much. At this point, it feels like damned if I do, damned if I don't situation, and I'm speaking up for myself. Now, here's the funny thing about me, because this happened like 2 videos ago. I'm running out of time because I got to go to something. So there will be some no makeup and text post moment, because I'm also going to read on, like, I'm going to record myself afterwards. I'm going to read the Reddit posts that were circulating of the person claiming to be Emily, because I feel like that context is required, and I also didn't include that because I can't do anything right. I'll link the post down below that has like the actual full thread. I'm only going to read the more important ones. There's like 3 images here just because I don't feel like going through like the back and forth with all the little comments. So this person posted who people thought was Emily, and Emily is claiming isn't her. You guys are lost causes. Seriously, you all are some of the dumbest group of people to ever exist. At least the stupid hate pays very well. So thanks for hating every part of Em and Amber's love life, I guess. I really need everyone to take this with a grain of salt, as I will not be verifying my identity or how I know Em. Just know that I am a very close relative. I don't really care about her current girlfriend, and I know a lot of us in the family feel the same. So anyways, Em is not a feeder. She really didn't know the lifestyle until her deceased partner introduced her to it, and foremost, and how much money she could make. I know her partner was having money issues, and the money really helped them pay for her medical bills, lifestyle, etc. I think Em still has a lot of accounts on these websites because she and her partner sold in a lot of places, and probably still do. Allegedly, Em is still using her partner's content, and she gave them permission to use it to help herself if it ever became a thing. A lot of you already know Em is currently unemployed. As for the merch she is promoting with her current GF, yes, they have tried to sell it to us to promote it too, lol. This is because the rumor mill is that Em and her GF are moving and trying to buy a house together. Em can't be away from her baby, and her GF wants to be near the mom, so they want to pick a warmer state that they will put them in the middle, so to speak. Em also told her parents she plans to propose this year. I predict July-ish. I guess that's all I could say to clarify some things. I know this isn't about her GF, but it will hopefully put things into perspective about Em. And the last one, Em is smarter than you all. Em is not a feeder. She truly loves her partners, and even though we don't care much for Amber, it is obvious to us. You do not need to know who I am, but it will come up later. She was given permission to sell the past and not past content. With these revenues, her and Amber will be able to buy a house cash after Em sells hers. Em is proposing after the fireworks. The wedding will be vlogged for everyone after the fact. Just deal with it and understand that Em and Amber's new life now soon as a wife and stepmom, and have some respect. Otherwise, leave Em alone, or this community will be taken care of too. So those are the posts by the person that people were thinking was Emily, and Emily is claiming isn't her on the Instagram story. just for some better context. There was also, like I said, a ton of back and forth, different comments and everything. I'll link the Reddit post in the description. With this, things begin to spiral once Emily starts liking certain comments on that Instagram. So part 3, the breakup. Emily starts liking the Instagram comments where people are like, you can't be with Amber anymore because it's clearly not working well for you. There's clearly a big issue here. Amberlynn around this time posts a community tab post about going live, and she goes live. Amberlynn then goes live 10 minutes after Oh Lordy, it's Jordy goes live. Jordy claims that because of the drama with Emily, that he thinks that Amberlynn is trying to fight with him via 2 different live streams. Jordy gets off.
Amberlynn is dating a girl. She's lying. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it. I knew that she was going to go live as soon as I go. Not even 11 minutes in. I knew it. I knew it. And she wants me to stream snipe her. She wants me to give her. Oh, yeah, she was waiting for me. She was waiting for. I knew it. I knew it. I knew that she was pulling a stunt. I knew she was pulling a stunt. She's trying to clock your tea. Snipe. I don't want to snipe. I don't want to give her attention.
Jordy gets off. 10 minutes later, Amber gets off. Jordy comes back. Jordy does his stream. Within 10-15 minutes of him getting off, to my understanding, she gets on again. Emily starts messaging people, admitting that Amber threatened to expose her because she didn't defend her in the Instagram post enough. And Amberlynn goes on her live stream and makes a little pity party moment, claiming that the only reason why any of this happened is because of the amount of hate that Emily was getting. And that this wasn't actually her fault at all. And that it's just because of the internet. And that Amberlynn wants to quit YouTube and get a real job. And that she doesn't know where to start and everything's really overwhelming for her.
If I have the opportunity to stop YouTube, like I really need to. Like, I need to, but like I don't. Like, I need like a year break, plus maybe just be gone forever, but maybe get a hobby. I have so many hobbies. Oh my God. Is this live stream era? Not this right now. Last night I said I wanted to go live because I just wanted to thank you guys for the support lately, because you guys have been super supportive and so many of you have been really kind to me. Like, I've genuinely been seeing that and I appreciate it a lot. But then I woke up today and things were kind of hecticana and they just got worse and worse as the day went on. So no, I'm not gonna move on fast. Don't you worry about that. Like, I literally am just so over it. I'm genuinely over, like, opening my heart to people. And it's like, and it's, the crazy part is, like, it's not even my fault. It's not even my fault this time. Like, that's the part that's like the craziest to me. It's like, it's just like all the hate online is like so much, and like I understand getting hate, you know, but it's like to this extent is like fucking it's like its own version of torture. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Amber says the only reason why any of this happened was because of the reaction on the internet. And a lot of people are like, it's so crazy to be 500 pounds and get dumped by a feeder, which I certainly agree with too, as well. Hello, besties. I am officially 7 hours in on the editing dungeon. I'm actually very surprised that it's taking me this long. I feel like this video, I'm trying to be very thorough because I'm full sending it. So, whilst I was editing... And I'm sorry, my voice is kind of silly. As some of you may see, 3 hours ago, Amber uploaded. So I thought this is the first. So it seems like, based on context, Amber got dumped at the filming of the last vlog. So I thought it would be epic and based if I reacted to this, adding it into the video. But obviously, I'm looking a little ugly right now, so you get me tiny camera in the corner only. Thank you. And the like, dislike, giving us a vibe of what we're gonna be doing today. 1.25 times speed because I gotta react to the Beck video too. I usually do 1.15 or something, but our girl. Let's get into it.
Hey guys, welcome to a new vlog. So today is January 22nd and I just wanted to come on here and update you guys because in my last vlog, like I was going through mental health and I still am. I'm trying not to let it like get in the way of my everyday life.
Going through mental health. I'm already pausing. What does that mean? What does that mean? Going through mental health. Somebody tell this girl that mental health is a spectrum. Like physical health. I'm going through physical health. What does that mean? My physical health can be good, it can be bad. That doesn't mean anything. It's a meaningless sentence. Like, I think the reason why it annoys me sometimes that she's like this, we're already at reaction channel nitpicky. I really am one of y'all for real. But like, look at this. My fingers are short, so it looks weird. Anyway, I just hate when somebody who, it's because she just claims she's so smart all the time. I think that's why it bothers me so much. But I digress. Let's continue.
Like, I really do just want to rot in bed, but I'm not going to allow that. So I did get up, you know, do my daily things and showered, put on a little bit of makeup because I do have quite a few cameos. So I am going to be actress Lynn, but, you know, it's not really even acting. Like, I'm so appreciative of anyone who is actually like buying my cameos because that's like your hard-earned money and I appreciate it so much. So I really want to like give my all, even though like deep within, I am not doing the greatest. And last night, I cut my hair. I have been doing really good with that. I do it every 2 months and it's honestly.
I should do that actually. Last time I got a haircut was like April last year. Yeah. Thank you, girly. Also, compliment sandwich moments, maybe. Her dress is like my favorite color. I love that shade of green. I have so many things with that shade of green, despite the fact that currently I have nothing around me that shade of green. I have this green home goods / winner's cup and this green candle that are both different shades of green. But, oh, this is kind of that, right? Like, that shade of green. Anyway, she's styling is all I'm saying.
Honestly, drastically helping with my hair. For the longest time, like, I didn't cut it. And it's so easy, like, especially when you have long hair, to just trim it yourself. So I took off a few inches and it just feels so much better. Also, since switching to Pantene, I have always stood by Pantene. I stopped using it. My
stuff's crispy at the bottom. If I'm going to keep it $1.50 with y'all. Like, my growth point is also way shorter than hers, which is annoying.
hair turned to shit, but my hair has turned to shit for like a multitude of reasons. But now that I'm back to the Pantene game.
What's Bika's Rhetoric's hair routine? Even though you might not want it because right now it looks busted. If it's because it's been a claw clip for like 5 hours. I'm pretending like my Rhetoric's my last name now, really. Like, I'm really out there. Anyway. What do I use? I use the Bondi Sands shampoo conditioner. And I use the Verb leave-in treatment sometimes. I use the KT and clarifying shampoo. I use the Wild and Fable? Something in Fable. Like leave-in one in the pot sometimes. Is that it? Oh, and I swear by Amika the Wizard. Like the little hair leave-in thingy. Detangler stuff. Absolutely incredible. There's nothing better than it that exists. I don't want to hear it. And I also like... I use Super Milk as a hair perfume.
I noticed my hair improving again. So I'm just trying to figure it out. It's just like a hair journey. So as much as I don't want to, because I'm still like down in the dumps, I'm going to walk all the way to storage and I'm going to put my Christmas stuff in there. And I also have this extra fan. So I'm going to put that in my storage as well. Alrighty. I made it safe and sound.
It's just interesting that she says like when something inconveniences her that she it's like, oh, watch me and please pat my back about doing this like very basic task. I have literally been blasted on videos and podcasts at my job. Like while I'm at work. Not like it's not happening at you know what I mean though. Like, so if I can have somebody that you're watching, which also speaking like completely unrelated, literally something I brought up when I did on the H3 podcast, is that Amberlynn knows who I am now if she hasn't watched the videos. We're in proximity. So, hey, Amber. Queen.
So I'm gonna take everything off my little wagon. I'm gonna set this.
What was that for?
Like over here in the corner.
The editing is so strange. And the thing is that I know she's just doing that to like claim so that she can claim that she edits. Right? There's always like this like cyclical obsession with incorporating small things so that she can construct a narrative that she wants, and I think that's very interesting. But like I said, I've been editing this for like hours and hours and hours. And actually, we can give a little sneak peek moment. Like, this is what my tracks are looking like right now. And this is like not that complicated in the grand scheme of like my editing is very half-assed compared to like a lot of people's. So this is what I got going on right now. Right? So that's why I always think it's really funny when she does like claims all this, when I know that I'm objectively one of the like probably worst editors on YouTube, low-key, that like has any sort of like success. And like hers is like a single track on like an iPhone on like iMovie, and then I'm cracking it with this. And I have like voiceover inserts, I have overlays, I got all the other stuff.
All right. Okay, so I put my Christmas stuff there. I am going to keep this in here because it takes up too much room in my apartment. When I need it, I'll just come get it. There we go. I think Twinkie might have made a little doggo friend, by the way, before I came in here. I took her out, and I think we have a new neighbor because I've never seen that dog before, but it was so sweet. Now I'm going to check my mail because I have a couple packages, and I'm echoing, so I'm going to go.
All right.
Hi, guys. So it is January 23rd, so
okay,
it is the next day.
Date. We have dates. Okay, so wait, hold on. It's January 23rd, so it sounds like it was 2 days after this. It is February 2nd, so let me open my calendar app so I could do literally any math. Last Sunday was the 26th. So they actually haven't been broken up yet, I think. Because when was this stream? This was the day they broke up. So what's the date? This is very easy to check, actually. January 26th, they broke up. Oh, hi, Jenna Marbles. Oh, my God. Okay, so my prediction was wrong. So her mental health was already... Oh!
Hey guys, welcome to a new vlog. So today is January 22nd, and I just wanted to come on here and update you guys because in my last vlog, like...
So her mental health was bad before. So they might have been fighting for a while before that. Before the I'm the fast person alive people come in, this is a Diet Dr. Pepper.
And I think we have a new January 23rd, so it is the next day, and I did stop filming yesterday. So just a real quick Amazon haul that I got yesterday. I got another perfume because I am trying to do out with the old, in with the new. As you can see, all my perfume is here, which I will be actually putting it in my closet. I am starting like a spring cleaning, even though it's not spring yet. Just going through all my stuff and just like really cleaning from the top to the bottom. It's enjoyable for me. It's very therapeutic. And this behind me is looking absolutely hexacana. So I'm going to be taking every single thing off of here and just going through it all, dusting it, and then just like completely like redecorating. But anyway, so I don't know how to fully pronounce this, but it's acai something or other. And when I sprayed it yesterday, like, oh my God, I was like, damn, that smells so good. It's
besties in the comments, is that the perfumery they sell at Urban Outfitters? Because what it looks like.
Very florally and fruity,
God,
but it's like
boring,
subtle. It's nothing too crazy. And then also because Valentine's Day is coming up, I got these cute little wooden decorative pieces.
Oh, yikes on
One
bikes.
says Kiss Me, XOXO, and Be Mine. I thought they were super cute. And they just set up like this.
I hate to be that guy too, but like, I hate Valentine's Day. And I've been hating Valentine's Day like my whole life. I've always thought I've always just like, it's always bothered me. So fellow haters, like, voice, you
so
have
when
a safe
I
space.
rearrange all this, I think I want to keep up this one all year round because it's cute and it's pink. So a couple updates. I did end up finishing The Housemaid's Secret by Frida McFadden, and I gave it a 3.25 out of 5 stars. I will
Is
say
Queen
I
on
was not
Goodreads?
expecting the twist. I feel like the twist
God.
is a lot better in this one
So how do I never notice her
than it
eyes were,
was
like,
in her
gray?
first book, which
green.
is just The Housemaid. But I feel like The Housemaid was more entertaining, so that's why I gave that one 4 stars out of 5. And now I'm actually about halfway through Ward D by Frida McFadden. I'm kind of in like a Frida McFadden era of my life, so I want to read a few of her books because so many people recommend them, and I've never read any of her books, and so far I'm enjoying them. So another thing I want to update on is I finally have memberships. I actually did it today, so the memberships can change in the
I literally like can't get myself to pause enough. Like, oh boy. Anyway, I apologize.
because it is such like a heavy topic in the community, but I have been struggling really hard with my mental health and I have been vocalizing that. So I figured why not also mention this, but I do have a scheduled consultation with a therapist. It is someone who specializes in BPD and CTPSD, which I
see. Something that's interesting, and this is gonna go into my personal life a little bit, which is gonna be awful, but anyway, so a lot of people like suggest to Amber about like therapy and things like that, which I think is a good idea. I think it's just interesting because people don't realize that a lot of mental health professionals do not know how to navigate the internet space. Like, this is a very unprecedented dynamic, right? And something that not a lot of people are familiar with. So I know, like, I have a lovely, lovely counselor who I adore and is very helpful. But I remember bringing up some of the internet stuff and she was like, I don't really know like what extra I could add to this because it's just such an unfamiliar space. So I just wanted to bring that up because some people like just assume that like therapy will just be the ultimate answer, and it's like, well, it's quite hard to find a therapist who could understand like hundreds of thousands of people talking about you online and how that could impact you. You know what I mean?
I have both of those things. So the consultation isn't for a while. So that's why I was like, I don't even know if I want to mention this, but I do want to let you guys know that like the ball is rolling and things are happening with that because I really do need to see someone. I am just not doing the greatest. And it's not really like my BPD in this moment. It's definitely just like anxiety and just like a lot of like external things that are happening. And I just feel like I'm shutting down mentally and I'm trying really hard not to let that happen. And that's why like I'm still vlogging. Like normally like feeling like this would have sent me down like a space where I genuinely don't even know if I would have been able to get out of it. I wouldn't have been filming. I wouldn't have been productive at all, but I'm still like trying to be productive and trying to have like a positive outlook in life. But right now it's hard, like for the lack of a better term, and no pun intended, it just feels really, really heavy. I feel like the weight of the world is on my shoulders.
Why is that,
it's
girl?
scaring me. I have felt like this a few times in the past. I have been able to get out of it. So I'm hoping that obviously this time is the same as well. Hello. So it is the next day. It is January 24th.
This is crazy.
So many
This
numbers, so many
vlog's gonna be
dates. I'm actually
crazy.
just in the middle of doing some of my cleaning / productive
getting
rounds. It's definitely
closer.
making me feel better. I'm telling you, my mental health is shit. And every single day I expect to wake up and feel better, but it's not happening. Being productive does send off some endorphins for me, so it does help. But like, I just feel this sense of just straight up depression, and there's just a lot going on and I don't want to keep yapping about it. I kind of just want to move on from that. Like when it comes to like talking about it in my videos, of course I'll take care of it privately because it's not good to just like completely ignore your mental health. But anyways, I wanted to update you guys on the puzzle I started and the Lego I started. So the Lego I'm doing is
My bestie got my man's a 4,000 piece map puzzle. She's gonna be mad at me because now I'm bringing it to YouTube how much I hate that map puzzle. My dining room table has been unusable since the 16th of December, or since the 14th of December. I am tired. If someone gets you a 4,000 piece puzzle, it's because they don't like you. She did it because my man's is obsessed with maps, and that was the only map puzzle they had. But like, anyway.
is literally wasabi. Isn't it adorable? And this is how much I have completed. We have the little feet done. We're starting on the body. It does not look like a cat at all, especially when it's like facing this way. And then this is the puzzle that I'm working on. And that is how much has been completed. I've only worked on it like twice. It is a lot harder than I was expecting it to be, but I still enjoy it. I'm LOLing that you guys can actually see my face right now, but I'm sure you guys remember that for my birthday video, I said that my mom gave me something super sentimental and I was going to share it with you guys. James got put
I genuinely am like, this is just sad stuff. I'm gonna clip out until this is done because I don't need to talk about this. Like, this is not my circus or my monkeys.
You guys genuinely have no idea. Like, to have that, like, in my presence and for my mom to, like, pass that down to me, like, just meant the world to me. But I do want to end this vlog. I hope that you guys did enjoy it. And honestly, I'm sorry I've been kind of, like, Debbie Downer down in the dumps. I'm actually going to be hanging out with my mom tomorrow, and I think that's going to be...
I'm so interested as to why this has such an incredibly bad ratio. I guess it's because of the nature of like bad mental health, whatever. And then trying to kind of do the sympathy plea maybe with the pictures. Maybe that's it. So I'm actually curious as to why That is. Anyway.
Make me feel genuinely a lot better. I'm not sure if I'm gonna vlog or not. I've been vlogging every single day and I don't think I've stopped since sometime in November, but it's been like a nice outlet for me, whether I'm sad, happy, it doesn't even matter. I enjoy sharing my life with you guys, or some of the pieces that I choose to share. But anyways, I am gonna end this vlog and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Okay, well that wasn't okay. Now I kind of feel bad that I've included this, but we're too deep. So I'll see y'all when I talk about Beck, because that'll be a bit more interesting. At around the same time as this is all happening, Beck's returning consistently and making videos. Because of this, Beck is spilling some tea and goss about Amber. I'm saying like Karina Kaboom. And Amber has already promised a perk of members only live streams, $10 a month, where she wants to talk about whatever she wants in a safe hug box space where reaction channels can't touch it. Amber quickly starts coming for Beck in this members only live stream. Now, Beck responds in a video reacting to a Karina Kaboom video, which I'm gonna react to Beck reacting Karina reacting to Amber, which will be in another part, which you will see now, and I'll include any other tea and goss I have in my last recorded segment. Hi besties, we're back. We're gonna talk about kind of good, kind of Beck, and the things that they bring up in this here video, where they're reacting to Karina, reacting to Amber, reacting whatever. And then also we're going to go through the DMs that Quirkyloverose got sent by Amber after she commented on Tommy's Instagram post. And we're going to go over Foodie Beauty, Flolly Bobby, Big Beautiful Me, Chantel period, Chantel El Refe, Chantel Show. We're going to go through that. Oh, Everyday Miriam. Sorry, my bad. Forgot that one too. We're going to go through Foodie Beauty crashing out over Beck too a little bit. And that's how the last segment's going to go for the video. So let's get into the reaction.
Hey everybody, thanks for coming back for another video.
Oh my God. Sorry. This is so cute. My bad. We're already...
I'm going to start with a few little updates. I took some of your advice and will be starting to make distinct thumbnails for each video now instead of just a text and background. This way you can distinguish them better from each other. So I hope you like those. Next I want to talk about upcoming videos.
I should get back to make my thumbnails, because we both know that this thumbnail is going to be Garbo, the one that I make, specifically.
Videos I will be making and ideas for the channel. Some people wanted to know if they could send in fan art, and I think that's an awesome idea. So I made...
Y'all can also fan art email me if you want. This is not an expectation that this will be happening, by the way. Also, RE my thumbnails being bad. I promise I try. I just really am not a design girl. I'm not an artist. Like I said, never claimed to be, never been a talent of mine personally.
Made a new Gmail for YouTube stuff, and I think it would be cool for you guys to send art there, and I can feature them with your name and username at the end of my videos. Also, I've decided my first full crypto video will be on the Mothman. It will be a combo of research and vlog. I'm going to take it.
Also completely unrelated. If this trade war thing with America makes me lose my Diet Dr. Pepper, y'all don't even know.
A day trip with some friends to Point Pleasant when it gets a little warmer. I want to show you guys the Mothman Museum and the TNT Dome and talk to you about what I learned. So I can't wait to share that folklore and my experiences with you. When I
actually love the style of like when people have the like kind of like this like VTuber vibe where they like will open a little bit, but also like this is like one of the cutest avatars in this way that I've seen.
The chance. I don't have an estimated date for that release because of work and life, but I promise to deliver it as soon as I can. Finally, I just want to mention that this video is a reactor reaction, similar to the Tom Harlock video, but not as many layers.
I watched that video. It was good. I really enjoyed that, actually. I listened to it while I was at my job.
I decided to react to Karina's video in this one, and I think I'll continue to do a few more reacting to reactors videos in the future. I'm not sure how many I'll do or which videos to react to just yet, but I definitely want to at least do a Mr. Snowflake video and probably the ankle and maybe a few compilations from others. I'm going to keep it simple with videos that either have me in them or are about things I feel like I have something to add from my perspective. Some people think I should spill everything I know, and some people think I should just stop talking about her entirely. For a long time, I kept a lot of things to myself out of respect for privacy, something that she never...
Amberlynn, in the same way as some of the videos that I've made that have put me in hot water in the past for different reasons, some people bet on the complacency and the silence. Like, that's what they're going for. Not everybody feeds onto this, like, cycle of, you know, being combative and wanting to be controversial and wanting to fight. A lot of people don't necessarily like that. So it's genuinely just like people like Amber are an example of they bet on that for the sake of complacency, and the thing that you have to do is push back. So I really like that these videos are beginning to exist.
Ever gave me during our relationship, and fear of retaliation, which was something that happened anyway. She was angry with me for leaving her even though she didn't really love me. She continued over all these years to throw insults at me and lie about me despite me being fairly quiet other than a few Q&As and corrections. But you all shown me that it really is my...
Completely unrelated again. Beck is really good at drawing hands. I saw that hand real quick.
Corrections.
There. That goes hard. Anyway.
But you all shown me that it really is my story to tell however I want to tell it. I don't want to do an entire tell-all about all the dirty details. It does feel mean, and it isn't who I am. But there's still other things I can say and talk about that are still true and valid experiences for me, whether she wants me to talk about them or not. And yes, I
hope Beck knows I think they're epic and based.
threatened to sue Amber if she kept talking about me, but she never did stop, and now it's well past that. This is YouTube after all. I may have been mentally unprepared to deal with it in the past, but things are different now. I'm entitled to respond as much as she is, and to talk about my past and present as little or as much as I want. I like reacting to react.
Beck, what's your favorite Tyler the Creator song, Queen? I need to know. What's my favorite Tyler the Creator song? I have to get back to you on that, actually. Let me look.
Because they're more thoughtful people than Amber is, and they give me a buffer for her content and from her. They've been kinder to me even at my worst than Amber ever has, and that's why I'd rather give them attention than her now. So for my first reaction, since Karina gave me a platform to share my voice on, I'd like to react to her content. So let's get into it.
So we are going to be talking about...
I actually think it's 911/Mr. Lonely. I Ain't Got Time is really good too. I'm a Flower Boy stan, unfortunately. I also love the song Massa, and I also like Judge Judy.
What I heard yesterday in Amber's live stream, I knew that she was going to do this, and I figured it was going to take her about like a few live streams to do it. But no, in her stream, she decided to totally go off and say things about Beck, caught in very
Beck can be the creep show art without being literally insane.
interesting things. And she says she has a lot of dirt on Alexis.
I love how anytime she has a falling out with somebody, she's just like, I have so much dirt.
This is what happens when I watch Amber right away. Like, I'm obsessed with, like, the edit. I love that. Like, this format I enjoy. Like, I think it's because, like, after I've spent, whatever, how long are we in? Like, 5 hours, 6 hours? Me being we in this circumstance, like, this is so refreshing. Like, seeing, like, a produced video after, like, everything I have to watch to get up to this point.
On that person, I have this and that. No, she doesn't. It's just a fear tactic for her to silence people because she doesn't want to have people see that side of her. And so she doesn't have to take accountability for her actions. If there weren't things that you did wrong, then you wouldn't be needing to threaten people into silence.
What I base my opinions on is what public figures say publicly accessible information. Okay? And please do not go to anyone's channel and leave mean-spirited, negative, disparaging comments or comments.
I think it's really good that Karina puts that in all of her videos because I feel like with Amber, it's kind of the opposite. She is trying to weaponize her audience into going after people that she's trying to keep silent.
Don't I? Beck, bestie, queen, non-gender conforming in this context. Don't I know? Don't I know, girl? Like, again, girl as an exclamative. Is that a word in English? Anyway, that thing. Like, people who, the weaponizing of fans is like, to me, it's the biggest showing of weakness in your own capacities. It should be one-on-one, you know? If you're really going to try to go down like that.
Silent.
Okay, so here's what she says about Beck. She says that Beck is now making content about her.
Whoa. Does that say
And
Powerpuff
keep
Girls?
silent.
Yes, saw that, queen. I saw that. Oh, man. The problem is, like, I keep calling people queen. This is outside of Beck, too. I'm calling grown men queen right now. Like, I keep doing that, and, whoop. I'm sorry I'm doing that. My bad.
Okay, so here's what she says about Beck. She says that Beck is now making content about her.
Period.
And obviously, she is upset that Beck is making content about her. All I have to say about this is that Beck has every right to respond to all the lies that you've talked about them for years.
Period.
Amber says, oh, well, you know, I did speak about them a few times. It wasn't a few times. You've made a lot of videos. You've went off on Beck recently in a live stream saying that Beck is lying about everything. And by the way, she repeats this in this live stream. She says, it's fine that Beck wants to tell their story, but like, don't lie.
That's a surprise.
About me. Who is lying about you? I think Beck needs to react and respond to any allegation that they so choose fit.
Thank you, Karina. Everything I have said about Amber has been honest. And I haven't really said anything wild about Amber, anything out of pocket or anything. But like, when you say lies about me, I am going to defend myself and I'm going to tell my side of the story of what happened.
Amber's the queen of saying like just the most out of pocket stuff about people. Like, from not only Beck, right? Obviously, but also, like, the stuff about Destiny's brother being on the phone, being like, well, because here's the thing, right? Amber, there's no way out of this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, when if we go back to Destiny, right? When Amber's like, well, at least my brother's not a cokehead or something like that, or talked about, like, Destiny's brother who struggled with addiction to cocaine. Like, she says that to Destiny, and then her defense is, I thought I was not being on live stream. Like, the phone call was private. The problem, girl boss, is saying that, period. Like, why are we not tapping in on that? The problem is that you were put in a corner and your first defense was, I'm going to make fun of addiction. Despite the fact that when someone will comment, let's say, on your weight or your habits, you scream food addiction. Or is that Chantel? So Chantel, Amber used to do that, but it's Chantel more now. But like, it still extends to the concept of like the evil is from the statement in the first place.
Because you've made hundreds of thousands of dollars on Beck, and now she's obviously visibly upset that Beck is making content. Beck asked you repeatedly, please stop speaking about me. And it wasn't just a few times. It wasn't just a couple of times like Amberlynn says in this live stream. It was a bunch of times. So first thing she says about Beck is that pretty much Beck is lying about her. Okay. Then she says that listen to this, that they did not have the best relationship. Why did you lie? You lied extensively saying there were things going on between you guys that were not. You were saying lots of different other things like that if Beck didn't want to be with me, then they wouldn't be with me. That's a lie because you stopped them from leaving you.
Oh my God, Chantel's like this too, and it's so infuriating. Like, oh, just get out. Just get out. With Chantel, we'll get to Chantel after. I always got smoke for that lady. It's always the people who want to be victims so bad that will belittle people who are actually victims. And that drives me bonkers.
Times Beck later told us. So she says that, she wasn't in a good place when she was with Beck, which I can understand. Okay, that's true. And then she says, but it takes two to tango.
By saying that it takes two to tango, you are admitting that you did wrong, but you're not being specific about what or taking any accountability for.
See the specificity thing that I was talking about before, right? Like the alluding to certain concepts and ideas is different than outright admitting to their existence or acknowledging them. And the goal is to bet on that sort of mustering of different aspects of people's imagination, which I think is extremely cringe.
For it. Meanwhile, I will take accountability for the things that you said that I did wrong in the relationship. I know I wasn't very affectionate. I didn't call you pet names fast enough. You always would say that I would side with everybody else over you, but that was truly because I felt like you were in the wrong in those moments. And you were. And though you see me as a bad partner, I did so much for you. And these things do not add up to the things you've put me through.
All these bad things, and I could say, like, I'm paraphrasing, I could say all these horrific things about them, but I'm not that type of person. Amberlynn, just in this live stream, you said that Beck is lying. You said that it's okay with you. Oh, thank you for giving permission, oh queen, for them to talk. Please.
Queen, see,
You
we're
said
done.
that they could tell their story, but don't lie about me, and that it takes two to tango in the relationship. Amberlynn, you controlled Beck financially and in every other single way. So basically, she did not waste any time. She immediately went after Beck, and she's basically saying that she wasn't the only bad one in the relationship, that Beck is currently lying about her. What genuinely bothers me here is that Amber says that she could say horrific.
I'm related again a little bit. I literally thought the Grand Adventures of Billy and Mandy was like something I made up in my mind. I cannot remember a single detail from an episode.
And bad
Like,
things
I know
about
it
Beck,
existed.
but chooses not to when she already has. Amberlynn went on Instagram, said the worst date she's ever had was with Beck. Amberlynn went around making superficial comments about superficial things about Beck. She's talked about a lot of reaction channels, right? In the same way, making statements about certain things that Amber always cries about. Oh, don't talk about me and my thing. Okay, right.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have not stopped trashing Beck. I knew that you could not help yourself. You not only owe this person a large amount of money from the live streams, but have
So for
some
context, if people don't know, which I assume if you're here that you do know, Amberlynn, which she referenced in the video we reacted to as well, the Stream Queens era, was a live stream era where Amberlynn stopped making actual content and would just live stream and let the chat, like what Chantel does every day, to make the live chat kind of direct the streams. Beck was on a lot of the streams and would make them interesting. After Amberlynn and Beck broke up, Beck was, to Amberlynn's claims, sort of like a contracted employee, where it would be like Beck would get money from the streams that they were participating in. But then Beck left the relationship with Amberlynn with $100. And to my recollection, a lot of those live streams, which are 2 hours, had 6-figure views, plus all the memberships, plus the super chats. So there was easily per stream a couple $1,000s there. So at least like ad revenue, at least like $1,000, and then plus like, let's say there's even if there's just 50 members, it's another $250. No, she does $10, so that means another $500, and then plus super chats. There's probably 100 to, let's say, 300 a stream. You know what I'm saying? Like, it adds up quickly.
This person went through renal failure and still drove you around, and you filmed them while they were incoherent. This person did everything for you for 4 years, and when they did,
The filming an incoherent thing is a reference to when Beck was having a really bad time, like mentally, and they were prescribed benzodiazepines, and Amberlynn, to my understanding, was benzodiazepines. If not, it was like very strong antipsychotics or something along that line. And Amber still insisted that they drive them around everywhere to get food and stuff because they didn't have Uber Eats or anything. They were somewhere like about 2 hours outside of Lexington, Kentucky.
dared to break up with you. Like I said, it's narcissistic injury. Oh, well, this person dared to break up with me. Well, how dare they make content about me? Well, you made content about them. You've made hundreds of thousands of dollars on them when they were in the pool telling them, oh, you better sit down, don't get up, like you've continued to talk about them. After the breakup, Amberlynn has made a lot of money on Beck. So I personally feel that this happened way sooner than I thought. I thought that it would take her a few live streams to go off on Beck, but it didn't. I don't believe that Beck is lying. At the end of the day, Beck put up with so much, doing so much for you. They gave up a real relationship, okay? They gave up certain things in relationship that you guys were not doing for years
Copulating allegedly in Minecraft.
on end. They gave up time with their family, and members of their family are no longer with us.
Something I've noticed with the influx of negative comments I've gotten and stuff like that is nobody understands the Minecraft thing, and it's really making people really annoyed, which I think is so funny because like that just proves that you came in from some sort of orbiter or something, or somebody who's made whatever, because like the allegedly in Minecraft thing is like a slogan on this channel. It is something that is so deeply entrenched in my vocabulary that people in my real life use it because I use it. And it's just very funny to think about that.
And they gave up time with them for you. And yes, everybody makes their own decisions. But the point is, you financially controlled them, and you are still trying to trash them and being upset that they have something to say.
And I truly, honestly feel like I was obligated to do so because she didn't have anybody else in her life. Like, she had burned every single bridge of every other person in her past. She had no one but me and the people around me, and she took all of us down with her. I felt that if I had left, that the animals wouldn't get taken care of, and I already knew that.
You left, rightfully so, Beck, bestie. That's not my problem. And now there's 2 of them left.
Amber could not take care of herself. In one of my last lives with Amber, you guys heard me say, who's the one that's been wiping you? And obviously I didn't mean for anybody to hear that, but you guys did. And I'd only said that because I was just so frustrated.
So this is when they're in the live stream era, and they were Jordy goes over this in his stream too, when he talks about this video, but so Amber and Beck were on the couch, whatever, and to my understanding what it was that Amber was paying the car payments for, because Amber was paying for everything because of allegedly Minecraft financially abusing Beck, but anyway, the car was being paid for, and they got a different one to my understanding, and then Amber's like, oh, what, I want to name the car something, because Beck's been naming all the cars they've ever had. Beck goes, well, who puts gas in it? Who does the oil changes? Who drives it? And who does all of its maintenance? And Amber's like, well, I pay for it, lol. Even though if Beck's gone, it's like, what use does it have to you? It can't be anything. But anyway. And Beck goes, yo, who wipes your ass? But whispered it in Amber's ear. But then people took... I love the internet sometimes. People took the audio, and for reference, so you see there's like your audio levels like this. You can like crank these higher or lower. So somebody took it in an editor like this and then boosted it really, really high and isolated it, because you can also clean it up when you do that, depending on what kind of editor you have. And they, they figured out what Beck was talking about, which is kind of awesome.
Frustrated in that moment because she kept acting like I hadn't done anything for her. At one point, she said that I didn't do any caretaker-y things for her, so I didn't feel like a caretaker. But I did start to feel like a caretaker, and I'd felt like one since we had lived with Eric and Ricky. So that's where the whole wiping thing started, was when we were living with Eric and Ricky. And that did...
So the wiping thing, Amberlynn originally claimed, was because of her hysterectomy, which would have been pretty much right when they moved into the apartment in Lexington, Kentucky. But with Beck saying that they were like firmly living at Eric and Ricky's, that means that obviously that wasn't related. But we kind of all knew that anyway. But still.
Didn't stop until the day we broke up. But even before then, I felt like a caretaker. I would do all of the housework, all of the cleaning. I would help her
all
try to
make...
make...
housework and all of the cleaning thing, too, is relevant as well, because there was a Q&A between Amber and Beck where Beck talks about this, and then Amber's like really volatile towards them, like on the... Did I say... I hope I said Beck. Anyway, I was very volatile towards them, like in the actual conversation. And then Beck's just being like, you know, I was real as fuck back then. Like, I mean, they're still real now, but you know what I mean.
Maintain her hair because it would get matted, and I would help her wash the back of her neck because she would wear chokers and it would rub on the back and like stain it. So I'd try to help her get the stain off. So while
some of y'all Girl World members are going to hell, and I'm saying this because with this comment going out, y'all have been calling it choker cheese. Oh, I hate y'all for that. I do. That y'all are going to hell for that. Like, that's dégueulasse. Like, come on. Stefan, dégueulasse. That's so... Ugh. Anyway, my face is red now because I'm like, God.
While I wasn't perfect, I did do my best, and none of that excuses the things that you have said about me and the lies you have told. And none of that makes our experiences equal. So that's it for this video. The rest of the video is just about Amber's current breakup, and I don't really want to speak on that right now. I want to thank Karina Kaboom again for the nice things that she said about me in this video. And if you missed the last video, it is a taste of what is to come with my upcoming videos about more cryptid stuff, or spooky and mystery videos in general. And I'd like to do more live streams in the...
I will link this video down below, but let's get to Chantel Marie Chantel show, Foodie Fly Bobby, whatever. So, I have been saving posts about Chantel. So let's, I think, is it this? me saving Minecraft stuff. Hold on. January 31st. Okay, so let's start with this video from Charlie Gold. This is Charlie Gold's page. You know, the reaction channel who noticed me. Thank you. Now, let's watch this clip of Chantel being gross. To no one's surprise. Also, I understand that the quality of Twitter videos is shit from a butt, but Elon won't let me look at anything in a decent quality if I don't give him $18 a month and, like, be realistic. Anyway.
Did I see Beck? You know what? I can't stand Becky. Something bad, something Beck. That's what your name should be. You are a loser. Because you know why? And I'm not raging and this is not drama.
My favorite thing... See, this is why the joy that floods my body when I get to bicker about Chantel. The joy that fills my body when Chantel thinks she's reading somebody. Now, we're going to go on a slight tangent because sometimes I let y'all know how I became the way that I did. My dad was talking about somebody that he worked with and how that guy was like a government conspiracy theorist and like anti-COVID and all that kind of stuff, like the vaccines and everything. And he was saying like the government's watching us and like they're putting microchips in the vaccines and stuff. And then my dad's like, why would they care about you? Random guy, didn't finish high school, like like all you do is like smoke pot, 3 baby mamas. Like he was like my I just like read him to filth like that. And that's how I feel about Chantel. I'm like, you're sitting here. Let me do one right now. Let me cook one up, insert my last name family style. Like Chantel is quite literally sitting in a vehicle that is not legal in her country of citizenship, Canada. Hi, I'm also in Canada, but she's sitting in a vehicle that is not safe enough to be driven in her country of citizenship. Fake married to a scat fetish loser incel. Looks like that. Keep it $1.50 again. You're literally... And I'm going to wager a strong amount of bet on this part. Probably post fast food sitting here and shitting on another, let's say, previously femme-presenting person who was in an abusive relationship because you're too narcissistic to ever give anyone sympathy when you're not in the prime position of the sympathy as it comes forward. Literally, runny lipstick, clown blush, weird giant glasses. The calls came from inside the house. Okay, I can recognize real. At least my car is legal in Canada, girl. Now, should I be saying much because I drive Volkswagen? Maybe not. But regardless, let's go.
But I'm telling you right now,
Spit it out, girl.
Hitting my car. What kind of... How... I don't know.
The pixel's not my fault, by the way. It's the stream.
Why are you still spilling all the tea about somebody, like, you used to love? Like, why are you doing that after the fact? Like, you know what I mean? Like, just...
You literally had your fake scat fetish husband say some threat in Arabic to your ex-man after the fact. You call Natter things that, like, give racist, but people don't dig into that much because Natter is also an absolutely abhorrent human being. So, I swear to God, I ran into Natter once on Montreal Street by the Precision place that's over there. And I almost passed out in, like, just, like, being like, what? But that's besides the point.
Just get a job or do some content. You know what? I feel bad for her because the only content, the only presence she'll have on YouTube at this point is being Amberlynn's ex. Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know.
What's your presence, Queen? Also, your presence at 10K views a video?
But that's not my business. I'm just staying out of it.
Not
That's
Chantel being prettier when she's 8 pixels.
just my point of view. Well, she signed up for wiping her ass for years. What do you want me to say about it? You know?
Did you sign up for Natter putting a cigarette butt out on you? No, dummy. Ist in Mut, Scarlis. Girl. Ist einfach dein Mutstache. Like, she's just so... Oh, God, I hate her so much.
If you don't like it, go away.
You chased after a mathematician addict who didn't want to claim you for like 2 years. At least Beck was claimed, if we're gonna do it like that.
Beck? Oh, I thought her name was Becky. Beck. What? Sorry.
Y'all, I love y'all for defending Beck's name and not wanting them to be dead name, which is the correct thing to do, but do you really think the lady who can't conceptualize that the R word shouldn't be used is gonna, like, grasp the concept of a non-binary person and a new name? Like, genuinely.
I outed the turd when it was happening, my friends. Yes. And now that it's over, I don't milk a name, right? Right.
Quite literally one of the many of the most infamous, actually the only reason Chantel had enough money to allegedly in Minecraft get fake married and give Sala $9,000, which she has now admitted to happening, was because of milking Natter. Anyway.
So no, it's not the same at all. I'm pretty sure that Amberlynn didn't beat Becky either. Did she? I don't know. I don't care about their relationship. I don't give a shit about Amberlynn's relationships. I don't care about Amberlynn's life, actually, at all, to be quite honest. I'm here to bees, okay? I don't care.
Beezing really comes from you doing driving, like, in Minecraft, I guess.
Okay, well, whatever. I don't care what name she goes by, honestly.
Next, Chantel community tab rages, obviously, because it's Chantel. Please stop coming here and crying about me calling Beck a clout chaser. I don't care. It's also pretty crazy that anyone wants to compare me calling out actual physical, financial, and emotional abuse, being attacked physically, cheated on, and given STDs, etc. Beck, who was forced to drive on medications. Beck, who was financially constrained. Beck, who was verbally berated constantly. Beck, who was forced to be a caretaker for somebody. But anyway, go on about it. To having to help a partner with personal care. That's extremely reductionist. That's actually gagging me a little bit. I haven't talked to or made content on my abuser for years. Meanwhile, Beck has continued to make their entire channel pretty much about reacting to reactions of ALR, which is obviously, there's been like 3 videos too. That's the craziest part about this. But anyway, which is obviously for views and to continue the clout they had off of ALR's name. You don't see me talking about my abuser after being out of the relationship for so long and having processed what it did to me because I didn't process it while in it. ALR has been in 2 relationships since Beck. Time to move on, in my opinion. Anyway, that's the last I'll speak about them. It's not. I have another community tab post. And I really would care less about Amber drama. No offense, my fault for bringing it up, lol. And then there's this one, another community tab rage. Oh, wait, so this is, okay, there is just more. So while watching your mom react to Uncle Buck here midstream, she privates her live, thin-skinned coward she is. Imagine if she couldn't download my content, and I did what she did every time she got online, talk her crap, really, you would literally have no job. Okay, so that's just the second part of the rage. And then here is just another little part.
Sam's Bar Lounge. Yeah, it happened to Dee Dee, but exactly what he did, I said happened to me too. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, anyways. Sam's Bar Lounge.
I think the most disgusting thing that Chantel has quite literally ever done, in my not so humble opinion, I guess, is like claiming the Sam's Bar Lounge videos as hers. Because while you could have had the same experience, don't relate to that instance because that's what happened to Dee Dee. You know? I don't know. It's just weird to me. Like, you're claiming someone else's story. Like, that's very strange. Anyway, here you are also talking about Natter after the... You know what I mean? What are we doing? Next, we have the Quirkyloverose DMs is what I'm looking for.
Hi, everybody.
I was quickly skimming Reddit and I couldn't find the screenshots of the DMs, but I remember that they're in here. So I'm just going to go off of Mr. Snowflake's video. This will also be linked in the description. So what happened was Quirkyloverose commented on Emily's IG about the fake cat screenshot. So what this was somebody doctored a DM from allegedly from Emily, because Emily had been DMing people about the relationship ending with Amber. And from there, they said that they needed to, they felt bad that it was happening, essentially. So, because the fake screenshot was Emily claiming that Amber had sat on Rarity and Rarity died. And that's how Rarity got lost. So, let's read this. So, this is the comment. This is honestly really gross to do to Rarity. Some people really need to touch grass. You've broken up with Amber. At this point, Girl World needs to leave you alone. Literally, what else can you do? You did the thing they claimed they wanted. This is just so wrong and mentally deranged. Just so you know, most people online are sharing the sentiment, whether they like you or not. This seems to be an isolated weirdo looking for Girl World clout. Amberlynn jumps into this person's DMs, Quirkyloverose, immediately. Was like 20 minutes, genuinely. And then Amber says, commenting on Tommy's Instagram, sticking up for her isn't going to make her slide into your DMs. Weren't you the one warning me about Tommy? Girl, bye. Yo, I promise you, I don't want your girlfriend. I think the Rarity message is nasty. We aren't together anymore. It is. People are fucking psychotic. You're right. Your ex. Correct. Amber, the fact that you're more upset about this than the fact that the Rarity messages happened is wild. Why are you DMing me? Girl, two things can happen at once. Yeah, but you're not. It's never happening at once with you, girly pop. Let's keep it $150 again. I keep saying that. I've said that like 100 times today. Like, it's because nobody's being honest. Okay. So then. Wait, did I go too far? No, I didn't. Okay. I tell Emily to her face I don't agree with her, but I'm not in her DMs, so it's up to her if she's in mine. She's not even in your DMs. You literally followed her. Like, what? Which is just Amberlynn, like, purposely misconstruing it, even though she's the one that came on. The thing is that Amber will literally, like, come in on somebody, and then the second there's any pushback, be like, oh, why are you talking to me? Which is just so juvenile and stupid. Yeah, because I knew she would private, and she did. Your jealousy is wild. I don't want your ex, dude. Do you know how stupid I'd look? I'm anti-feederism. I don't want Emily. This convo is fucking weird. What's the point following her? To see her post breakup. Following doesn't equal flirting. I'm 33 and act like it. This is obviously implying that Amberlynn is not being 33, which is very accurate. Yeah, because, like, when Emily becomes this, like, big point of focus on, like, this whole community, of course people are gonna, like, I kind of regret, like, not following and then, like, no, I can't see anything anymore because, like, I don't want to know what Girly Pop is up to, for real, you know? I feel like Emma's gonna make a new Instagram, though, because there's just too many followers that will, like, immediately screenshot. What's the point in following her? We already read that. You heard she might slip into your DMs by a troll, and then you go follow her on top of that, comment on her page, like, that's sus. It's just so interesting that Amberlynn will quite literally tell people what their intuition is. Like, if that makes sense. Like, Amber has no belief that the way that she would think or act upon something is not the way that someone else would do it. Since when do you trust trolls? Girl, you've been at this 11 years. You'd think you'd stop falling for their bullshit. I don't trust trolls. That's the point. I'm saying you fell for their bullshit. Follow Tommy in hopes that she'll slide into your DMs. But that's not what... like, she's literally saying, I'm saying that you are doing this. It's like, well, you're not certain of the reality of anything. You're not even that smart, girl. I can't express... like, you literally name yourself queen on Instagram. Like, give me a break. I cannot express how stupid I would look even if I entertained Emily. This is me. I don't fuck with feeders. I have no reason to entertain her, and I already, frankly, don't like that people connect me to you. Real. Sorry. So have fun being angry over nothing, dude. I'm over this convo. Girl, you did entertain her by following her and commenting the day after we broke up. It's giving desperate. Have a good day. Bye. Actually. Oh my God. Look at the timestamp I was sent 2 minutes ago. Take that up with Emily. Oh no! Emily's been been liking her posts. Oh boy, I forgot about this post. Why do I give an F that she liked a video of almost 3 years ago, 1.5 years ago, but I'm sure math isn't your strength. Period. You're the one getting bitchy in my DMs about a comment like a teenager, Amber. Other SSBBWs are in her comments right now. I don't see you messaging them. Yes, let's belittle each other. Again, you're literally the one that came in. You literally came in, belittled the fuck out of them, and they return the same energy, which you never have happen to you, and you're raging. Also, a year and a half ago, Emily was with the fiance that passed away, which means they were still seeking out other SSBBW content, which implies a cheater vibe, you know? All right, Gaslightland T. Have the day you deserve, period. Oh my God. Girl, there is no gaslighting happening right now. I just think it's so odd that you're Auntie Tommy. I like that she made it like a word. Like, there's no like dash, you know what I mean? So it's like Auntie Tommy's a word. So hard you sent me novels. That wasn't novels. That's 2 sentences, Queen. I know you only read books from TikTok and you listen to them, so they take like 2 hours. But like, I just think it's so odd that your Auntie Tommy so hard you sent me novels and the day after we break up, you try to get her attention. It's weird behavior. I wanted to call it out. Okay, so that's where the conversation ends. Okay, so with that, I'll get to the conclusion of the video. But that's all the craziness that's been going on. See y'all later. To conclude, we talked about the timeline with Tommy. We talked about Jordy and Zachary Michael. We talked about the breakup, the finding more websites, and that whole mess. And we talked about Beck's return to YouTube. So we kind of talked about that whole Amberlynn universe. Links, source, and ways to support the channel all down below. Thank you again to my members and patrons. Love y'all dearly. Videos, eventually, maybe. With that, I'll see you around. Have a wonderful day. Bye.